What's up, everyone? Now that we're back here in Port 49 of this Pokemon Blue walkthrough, we have some things to take care of here in the Pokemon Mansion in Cinnabar Island. We're getting some more items. I got Metronome, obviously, outside of Cinnabar, or Pokemon Mansion, and got our Ammonite and Aerodactyl. So, not much else to do outside of this Pokemon Mansion other than face Blaine, but in order to get there in the first place, we're going to have to take care of finding the secret key and getting a couple more Pokemon and items here, they're pretty interesting items in Pokemon on this Pokemon Mansion. So let's continue on, and let me remind myself who I have out in the lead. I have Big Bird out, keep them out there for a while. We got the escape rope that you can get here on this first floor, the entrance level, and I'm not really 100% familiar with the layout of this place. And here's a Ponyta. I covered the occurrence rates of Pokemon here on the first floor, so I'm not going to go over that again. And let's see what is going to work for me this time. I'm going to try another quick attack. Hopefully it doesn't knock it out. It does, unfortunately. Big Bird's just too big. Too big, too strong, too fast, too good. And we're blocked off in all areas, so nothing else to do in this southeastern corner of the map. And here's another Ponyta. Please be a level. Thank you. Level 34. I should be able to keep Ponyta alive here with just a quick attack. I wouldn't imagine a. All right, beautiful. I'm a little concerned. Fire type Pokemon don't always have the best defense. That's what raising that concern in me. And look at those Ultra Balls. Still 68. Feel very confident. I'm gonna need number of Ultra Balls less than 68 for catching Moltres, and that takes care of the first Pokemon of interest. It's called a Fire Horse. Shoes are 10 times harder than diamonds. I can't even fathom that. You don't need coal. I mean, we got diamonds. I mean, what if they're diamond feet? And apparently can trample anything flat in little time. So keep them away from your gardens. I mean, you're working hard to build up a garden on the front yard. You don't want that messing you up. So just be wary of that. Watch for stampeding Ponytas. And so that takes care of that guy. And I'm not sure. Have I dealt with the coughing Grimer families yet? I believe I have a Grimer. I'm not sure about the coughing. I'm just going to check this so I'm not, concerned about something I shouldn't be, potentially. Keep going down. And Grimer I've not caught. And I'm assuming, I don't remember catching a coughing either. No, I haven't got coughing either. So 2 more Pokemon of interest for sure. You can also get the Weezings and Muck, and if I run into them, I'll capture them, but most likely I'll just train them up a couple levels. Although training Coughings and Grimers are pretty difficult because they don't offer you the best moveset for sure. And they're poison type Pokemon. You ideally don't want to be training poison type Pokemon. It's just not ideal. So nothing over here probably, but there are a couple more items here on this first floor. There's a Carbos, and that's not hidden. Okay, so there's a hidden item east of the main foyer and a Moonstone, so I'm going to try to find that. Sorry I don't have the repels, but I kind of want to keep it, keep running into some wild Pokemon. A secret switch. Press it, yes. Who won it? So throughout this Pokemon Mansion, there are switches on Mewtwo statues, and you're going to have to go up to them and press them in order to open some of those gates. The gates that we've seen run into previously, I believe in Silphco, when we faced the Pokemon Mansion. I'm not sure. But there's a hidden Moonstone somewhere in or outside of the main foyer, and here's a Coughing, which is good news. Coughing has pretty high defense, so hopefully this quick attack will keep it alive. Catch a Coughing here. Catch a cough. No critical hit, unfortunately. 5% occurrence rate, so that kind of stings. I'm surprised I haven't run into a Grimer yet. And somewhere in these rocks, I'm assuming there's a Moonstone. Not exactly sure, not totally familiar, but it's east of the main foyer, so you can check most of the rocks, you'll eventually run into it. So, no. Doing these. No dice. Come on. Alright, if it's a Grimer, I'll take it. No, it's a Ponyta. I got the hot hand for the Ponytas today. My Little Pony, as long as you're not bringing up that. Okay, so come down here real quick. Check out these rocks. Nothing a brewing. It's probably a little bit further west here on this first floor, and dang it. Come on. There we go, raise the roof Grimer. You know why I had the perception that I had already caught a Grimer? I faced so many of them, bikers on the cycling road, and before then all over the place, that I couldn't keep track of it. And this Grimer's mine. Are you kidding me? It's got completely lowered HP and one wiggle, and it's all good. So Grimer was caught, and I'm making great progress in catching all those Pokemon that I'm going to need to catch. Sludge appears in filthy areas, thrives by sucking up polluted sludge that is pumped out of factories. So don't bring any green, so to speak, people in here to read that. They will be hating the Grimers. Greenhouse emissions galore. So just got to worry about getting that coughing. I'm not so worried about the wheezing and muck. And I'm going to head down here. I'm not exactly sure what gate opens up for you that reveals the Carbos, because it's obviously not in plain sight right now. Oh well. So run away, run away. Not going to be eaten sick from your sludge bombs. And these rocks, no, it's not. I'm just striking out. Is it? Alright. Maybe these are the blocks it's referring to, not exactly the rocks. I'm confused. I mean, my resources are just vague right now. My notes. Oh, and the Moonstone, the one block that I come to, it is the jackpot. So there's my Moonstone. Good to get that off my plate. We just got a Carbos to get now. So it's probably somewhere tucked behind one of those gates. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go upstairs now. And here's a muck, big time muck. Let's see what I can do with this guy. I'm gonna try to capture him, and I'm gonna use a wing attack because I'm about 95% sure it's not gonna knock this guy out. Muck's got great D. There we go. Minimize. It's even. I don't understand how I could possibly hit that little speck of a thing, and how it could still have just as good of attack. I really don't get it. So I'm going to use Ultra Ball right now. I don't have Raichu, so not going to have that advantage. And Muck's mine anyway, so Muck, with a 4% occurrence rate, obviously it's going to be occurring to you a little bit more often than the Wheezing. I still took care of it. Not going to have to be training up a Grimer. Once again, it's another sludge, and you'd think it'd be more than 66 pounds, thickly covered with filthy, vile sludge. It is so toxic, even its footprints contain poison. So, if you're trying to track him, playing the Hansel and Gretel, trying to find him, don't be following his footsteps. Gonna have a bad case of asbestos. Alright. So, I'm gonna check out what's down here. I believe this is a burglar. I can't get out of this old place. Is one big puzzle. I agree. It's kind of confusing, especially if you're looking for items. There are 1, 2, 3 hidden items, I believe. And this burglar is going to send out a Charmander. Tell me where you got that guy. The second floor is all the same Pokemon where I am at right now. The third floor is all the same Pokemon, except you get a Magmar at level 34, 10% occurrence rate. So I'll be looking for that. And then basement floor 1 is all the same, plus a Magmar. So 3 and 4, or 3 and basement floor 1 are what you're looking for, and if you want to get a Magmar. And I do like Magmar. It's kind of an underused fire-type Pokemon. Blaine uses it pretty well, although I don't believe he has it in blue. I know he does it in yellow. So here on the second floor, we're looking at one item, which is just a calcium. It's the least populated floor for getting items. Basement is just chock full of them, so we'll be definitely looking forward to getting to the basement, getting some good items there. And Big Bird is trying to learn Mirror Move now. This is the final move that any of my Pokemon will learn. Mine it. It's the TM, so I'm not going to learn it. I just don't feel a need to use that guy. Oh no, my big bag of loot. Switches open and close alternating sets of doors. Alright, thank you for that. And we're just going to head right now, get our calciums wherever it is. Not exactly sure. And once again, we run into a Ponyta. Fortunately, there are no Rapidashes here in the Pokemon Mansion. You think there may be. a couple Rapidashes, but no, they're not generous in that sense for us. And once again, the reason I'm not using a lot of these Pokemon that we're running into as my fire type, although you know, you'd think Magmars and I believe Rapidashes have increased stats when compared to Ninetales, so you'd think it'd be a better bet for me to use one of the guys you'd run here in Pokemon Mansion. But because it's so late in the game, you're really not going to get your full effectiveness out of it. So I just don't deem it necessary or beneficial for you to use some of the fire type Pokemon you get here, unless you want to just swap fire type Pokemon and go through that training up to that level where your Ninetales is. By all means, you can go ahead and do that. So nothing down there, and we're just once again looking for one item here on the second floor. And here's a Vulpix. Obviously, I did not notify you guys of getting a Vulpix here just because I already got one near Lavender Town, I believe it was. So we won't be looking for one. Celadon City. And here's the Calcium we're looking for. Good. And that takes care of items here on the second floor. So it's time to move on. I'm going to get one of the switches, or I'm actually just going to go up to the third floor now. I try to stay clean of switching a lot of the, or going up to a lot of the switches. I just like to go straight through and see what I can do before I press one of the switches. So I'm just gonna find these stairs. There it is, down up there, or down there. And before we get to the stairs, we have to face another Ponyta. Just the roadblock we need. So head through, and I'm not 100% sure how many trainers here are in Pokemon Mansion, but there's definitely a couple burglars. I'm not 100% sure on the total number. So here's a max potion. There are two items you can get here in third floor, and there's a max revive somewhere hidden in the southwest room next to the max potion. So I'm not sure if it's deeming this room the same room that the max potion is, where you would get the max revive. So I'm just going to try a couple rocks right next to it. And of course, we run into a Pokemon, and it's a Grimer, who I don't want to see. I want to see the Coughings, and I don't understand why it's only a 5% occurrence rate for those Coughings. They're so plentiful elsewhere, you'd think I'd be seeing more of them. So nothing in the rocks. And I don't believe you face this guy. This place is like huge. Oh, you do face him. You have to come up to him. My bad. I guess the burglars like to be inconspicuous, so I'm not a fan of the burglars, but I am a fan of that sprite. Check it out. Ninetales is my man. So I'm going to use Fly just because it's not getting too much use. It's just sitting there in the third slot. Might as well take advantage of its power. And even that doesn't knock out this Ninetales, so I'm going to bring out a Quick Attack really quickly. And that should finish this guy off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 does have Ninetales, but it don't have 9 lives. I wonder where my partner went. Well, I'm not going to be helping you out. And here's the Magmar. Look at Magmar. It's just kind of, it looks like I'm up ahead of it or above it, just kind of looking up into the sky trying to find me. This guy doesn't have too great a defense, so hopefully this Quick Attack won't put it in the grave. Keep it alive. Thank you. Beautiful things are working out with that Quick Attack here in the Pokemon Mansion. So I'm going to bring out my Ultra Ball now, and this should capture a Magmar. Magmars are one of the rarest Fire-type Pokemon, at least in my eyes, and rare in terms of use and rare in terms of running into them. So that gets rid of that Magmar, and we only have a couple Pokemon left to get here in Pokemon Mansion. We're moving quite quickly through that. And this will be added to my Pokedex. Spitfire. Its body always burns with an orange glow that enables it to hide perfectly among flames, which is pretty cool. And before we moved on, I ran into the Magmar, so it took care of the most important thing here on the third floor. And I'm going to take, did I already switch that guy, or go to that switch? Not 100% sure on that, so I'm just going to switch it again. And we don't have too much time left in this part, but I'm going to try to run into a Coughing. And once I do run into that Coughing, I'm going to buy some repels. So we're just going to walk around for a while, see if we can run into a Coughing. Once I get that Coughing, I'm going to buy some repels off screen, and then we'll be able to walk through this place freely, because I don't really know how to navigate it that well. I could check it out, but I don't know if I would benefit too much from it. So it's going to head east again, and see how many of the doors get open to us. Not that one, and I don't remember if we had access to it anyways beforehand. So once again, another Vulpix. I match you with a Ninetales or a Big Bird, whatever you want. And I'm just going to head up right now, check out. No, that was where the calcium was. There's nothing else we can access over there. And I believe, no, I don't believe we had access to this, stairs, group of stairs yet either. So just going to head east, and I believe this is the 3rd floor as well. So we're looking for an iron here on the 3rd floor, and here's yet another muck. I'm just going to take down this guy, and that's big. Level 40 muck. Its levels do increase from the 1st floor, so this is a pretty beastly Pokemon, and I guess this would be one of the Pokemon that you could consider late in the game for swapping out into your main party. But once again, it's kind of a risk. It's difficult to train up even from level 40, and I don't know if I have any antidotes or not, so this could be a problem for me. That wing attack does hit, but it doesn't knock it out, so I'm just going to be poisoned again, or inflicted on the poison that was dawned on me, and quick attack will finish him off. Don't know if I have an antidote. I might have a full restore. I definitely do have revive, so Big Bird won't be out of the loop, and I have a full heal, plenty of full heals, so Big Bird's all good. So I'm going to try to find I'm not sure if that's the room that contains this iron that I'm looking for. Well, let's see what this guy is. Oh, Vulpix. I was expecting to be Mewtwo, considering I got a wild encounter right in front of the Mewtwo sign. That would be interesting. There would be more than one Mewtwo. Mew 3, Mew 4. So, check out these rocks really quickly. I'm not sure. This notes I have on this iron are kind of, or excuse me, the notes I have on the max revive are kind of vague, and I guess there's an iron here on the 3rd floor I'll be able to run into in plain sight. I'm gonna use Fly once again, and hopefully Sludge doesn't get used. I'll take another Disable. Big hit, minimize. That's fine. And let's pull out a wing attack real quick to finish this guy off. No, it's not going to work, and of course the Sludge. Because I don't take advantage of my opportunities, the Sludge comes through. Critical hit, wing attack will not knock him out from last time around. No, it does take care of him. And that's good experience points right there. So, I'm just going to keep checking on these rocks. See if it does not hold that max revive for me. And here's the beautiful Coughing that I looked to find. And Coughing is up at level 34, so it looks like I'm safe to use the quick attack. Unless I get a critical hit, this guy should stay alive for me. That's good. And I'm going to use my Ultra Ball now to take care of this guy. And I believe at level 38 the Coughing evolves to a Wheezing. So if I do run into one off screen, I will gladly capture it as I'm training my Pokemon later on here in the Pokemon Mansion. But otherwise, this will be it for running into Pokemon here in Part 49 and in the Pokemon Mansion. Because it stores several kinds of toxic gases in its body, it's prone to exploding without warning, hence self-destruct. So I did not mean to press yes there, and we're going to end it. So one more rock to check out real quickly. It does not contain my max revive. So I'm just going to call it a day right now, or about 19 minutes. This wasn't too exciting, I understand, but we caught a good amount of Pokemon and got a couple items. So in part 50, the Big 5-0, we'll be getting some more items here in the Pokemon Mansion, and I promise you I won't be running into so many Pokemon because I'll have a lot of repels. And we should be taking care of all the Pokemon Mansion in the next part. See you guys then.